Ever wondered which Hollywood stars overcame the odds of foster care to rise to fame? You might be surprised by the resilience and determination of these 20 celebrities who transformed their challenging beginnings into extraordinary success stories. Stay tuned as we dive into the inspiring journeys of these icons who prove that your past doesn't define your future. Earl Simmons, the powerhouse later known as DMX, endured a childhood marred by relentless challenges. Asthma attacks, abandonment, and abuse were his constant companions, forcing him to navigate life's toughest streets. Homeless at just 14, he struggled with addiction but channeled his anguish into electrifying lyrics penned during his time behind bars. Soon, he transitioned from street performances to commanding the nightclub scene, emerging as a rap sensation with records flying off the shelves. Leonardo DiCaprio's rise from a rough neighborhood in Los Angeles to Hollywood stardom is nothing short of remarkable. Raised by a single mother, DiCaprio's early years were marked by the harsh realities of his surroundings: crime, drug abuse, and a troubling local prostitution ring. After his parents' separation, young Leo found stability in the home of his maternal grandparents, who became his primary caregivers. Despite the instability, he channeled his experiences into a passionate drive for acting. Tina Turner's childhood was marked by trauma, as she witnessed her mother's abuse and eventual escape from an abusive relationship, leaving Tina and her sisters behind. When Tina was just 11 years old, her mother fled, and soon after, her father remarried and abandoned them. The sisters were left with their grandmother, who passed away when Tina was 16, leaving them to face life's challenges alone. Later, she met Ike Turner at Club Manhattan and quickly joined his band, the Kings of Rhythm. Within a short time, they produced a hit, and the Ike and Tina Turner Revue was born. After escaping years of abuse, Tina stepped into the spotlight on her own, earning the global title of the Queen of Rock and Roll. Jack Nicholson grew up believing his grandparents were his parents, only discovering later that his sister was actually his mother. Raised in New Jersey, Nicholson's early life in kinship care shaped the man who would later become a legendary actor. Trent Reznor, the mastermind behind 9 Inch Nails, was raised by his grandparents after his parents' divorce. Despite the challenges of a split family, Reznor channeled his experiences into groundbreaking music that defined a generation. Ray Liotta, star of Goodfellas, was placed in foster care shortly after birth due to his biological parents' financial struggles. He was adopted by a loving Italian family who gave him his name and a sister, helping him grow into the accomplished actor he would later become. Eartha Kitt's journey from a turbulent childhood in South Carolina foster care to Harlem's harsh streets didn't stop her from becoming an iconic performer. Despite early rejection and abuse, she rose to fame with a career spanning singing, acting, and writing. Abandoned by both parents at a young age, George Lopez found solace and guidance in his maternal grandparents, who became his steadfast guardians. Their unwavering support shaped the comedian's resilience and fueled his rise to stardom. Before Sylvester Stallone became a Hollywood legend, he and his brother Frank endured a turbulent childhood in foster homes, the result of his parents' tumultuous marriage. Their early struggles laid the foundation for Sylvester's iconic tough guy persona. Long before becoming Bruce Springsteen's right-hand man in the E Street Band, Stevie Van Zandt was just a kid bouncing around the foster care system. It was in those tough times that Stevie discovered his love for music, a passion that offered solace and eventually carved his path to stardom. His journey from foster care to rock royalty is a testament to his unwavering spirit and talent. Carol Burnett's childhood was a whirlwind of hardship, raised by her eccentric grandmother in a cramped studio apartment. Despite their poverty and her grandmother's quirky ways, Burnett's tenacity led her to become a comedy icon. The powerhouse frontman of Metallica, James Hetfield, didn't always have the fame and glory. His childhood was marked by the hardships of foster care. where he learned resilience and the strength that would later fuel his rise to rock legend status. Every challenge in those days sharpened the edge of his music, giving his powerful voice a raw, authentic intensity. Frances McDormand's journey began in Illinois, where she was adopted by a compassionate Canadian couple. Raised in Pittsburgh's suburbs, their nurturing environment set the stage for her illustrious acting career. Ella Fitzgerald faced a harsh start in life, losing her mother and enduring abuse from her stepfather. Her struggles led her from an orphanage to homelessness. But her unbreakable spirit ultimately crowned her the Queen of Jazz. Michael Bay, the mastermind behind blockbuster hits like Transformers and Armageddon, owes much of his success to his adoptive parents, Harriet and Jim. With their support, he turned his childhood fascination with film into a career that has grossed over $5 billion globally. Orphaned by the age of 9, blues legend Bessie Smith was raised by her older sister after the tragic loss of both parents, shaping the resilience and soul that would later define her powerful music. After losing her mother at age 4 and being abandoned by her father, Barbara Stanwyck endured a tough childhood in foster homes. Despite these challenges, she rose to become one of Hollywood's most enduring stars. Born to a teenage mother and abandoned by her father, Billie Holiday's early life was filled with hardship. Raised by her half-sister, she later channeled her struggles into a legendary jazz career that resonated with raw emotion. Born into a prominent political family, Tallulah Bankhead faced the loss of her mother shortly after birth and was raised by her grandparents. Despite these challenges, she went on to become a captivating and unconventional star of stage and screen. Jazz legend Louis Armstrong, celebrated as one of the greatest trumpet players in history, faced a challenging childhood. Sent to live with various relatives in New Orleans, his talent eventually led him to become a global icon in jazz music. If you were inspired by these stories of celebrities who triumphed over adversity, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and rock that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.